We're back here on our lessons. We did a fair bit of work last time on steering, didn't we, Erin? What were we working on?
Loosen up and look in.
Good. That's something that we need to push on with today. Okay. We need to add that into our drive consistently, hopefully, so you can get it as independently as you can. So we're going to try and get you working with that a little bit today. Do you feel as though you still need a little bit of instruction for me to remind you to do it and remind you where to look and remind you where to put your hands?
Yeah.
Super. But do as much as you can today to challenge, well, it's a challenge if you like, to take these things off me, shut me up.
Yeah.
That's the whole idea of lessons, to shut me up. All right. One thing that also, I know I've just quickly discussed with you on the way out that that we probably could do with working with, and I think you're in agreement really, was braking. Okay. Sometimes, if you remember the turns that we were doing last time, you were braking too early and stopping too short for them. Yeah. And there was one that you just zoomed on past, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. I know. It's not a problem. So you've got to start now adjusting your pedal to suit your road. Okay. So the braking, we're going to try and be as smooth as we can. Try not to just either push or be off. I've just done a little bit of an explanation on the drive that I did on the way out about using it progressively. What did I say about pressure? What about the pressure for the brake initially? How should that be?
Gently.
Gently. And then what do you do with the pressure?
Loosen it.
Not at that point. You loosen it at the end as you're as slow as you need. So you start off light and then you gently increase pressure. Okay? Probably about the thickness of a pound coin at a time. So it's not a massive amount, it's not a massive push. It's sort of like a pressure. In the same way last time I was getting you to relax your pressure of your steering wheel and relax your hands, and the steering wheel was undoing a little bit more itself. You sort of like relax the brake pressure, so you squeeze more and more and more until it's slow enough, and then you relax the pressure a bit until it rolls at the speed that you want towards where you need it to go to. Alright, it's not just push or off. Alright with that? Mm-hmm. That's what we're going to be practicing a little bit. We're going to practice a little block of right turns first. Okay. Is there anything about the clutch control, the peep and creep stuff that you want me to go over, or do you feel as though you've got that ability to move the car slowly now?
No.
So you feel okay with it, or you don't?
I'd instructed for that.
Okay. Just remember, what we're trying to do to go slow is have a little bit of power. We lift the clutch up to the biting point, and normally when we move away we continue to feed that power in, don't we? Mm-hmm. But hang on a minute, if we're doing a junction and there's steering to do, we don't want to continue to go fast out of the junction. We want to go slow, don't we?
So you slowly lift it?
So we lift it to the bite to the point where it wants to go, and then hold still. And actually this is an important part to it as well. Have you ever had to push a broken down car?
No.
No, sometimes people have. Quite simply, Erin, when you get, when you're broken down, you've got to push it. To get the car started, it takes more effort other than to keep it going.
Yeah.
That makes sense to you, obviously you can tell by your reaction. So think of this as you're moving the car off. You've got a little bit of power. You feed some of that power in to the point where it's enough to get the car going. When the car is going, does it need that much power to keep it going? No.
So you
maybe push it
down
a little. And that's actually what happens as you're moving away. Sometimes people set the gas, find the bite, hold it still, and then that's enough to get it going. But then when it's going, it just keeps on accelerating. So sometimes you've got to lift and find enough bite, and then maybe just push it back a fraction just to stop it accelerating anymore. Alright, so remember, we lift up to go faster or to speed up, and we push it down to slow down. And combine that with your relaxing of your hands and looking where we're going to. There's a lot to do, but it's all a part of it. Shall we
Yeah.
have a go?
Yeah.
Super. Before we start our engine, are there any checks to make sure it doesn't, well, have any problems as we start it? What if it was in gear and we started it, what would happen?
Wouldn't start.
It actually would, some cars, and it would probably jump forward.
Okay.
Alright, so good, neutral, handbrake, but next time if you can, handbrake first.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Alright, go on then. How do you start your car, Erin? Now that was actually okay, you didn't need to put it into gear, but as you noticed, if you're in gear with the clutch down, you can still start it because there's no drive going forward because the clutch is to the floor. Alright? So keep the clutch down. Are you ready to move?
No.
Okay, get yourself all ready. Are you okay moving off?
Yeah.
Go on. Well done. Keep watching your mirrors as well. Nice job. Good. Now what do you do with the clutch? Off we go. Good. Squeeze your gas more because the road is clearer. You go up through the gears as and when you wish. Not bad at all. Well done. Good. Now, that's it. That right hand comes up at the top, but don't put your left one down. No. Just pull down through that. Yeah, good. It's too much, Erin. Just go around the white, not towards it. Now, lift up with your left hand, but loosen your grip gently so it comes back itself. Well done. That was a great steer. That's better than last time straight away. Well done. We're going to take the next road on the right. So, remember, who's behind us before you put that signal on?
No one.
We'll talk about that in a sec, but not bad. Keep going for a bit and just keep nice and straight now. And we do that by looking up at those railings up at the top. Lightly, gently brake, that's fine. No more than that, and let it go for a bit. Press the clutch down, use a little more brake, now relax the pressure. Now, brake and stop, because we're rolling. So you didn't relax the brake, you kept it pressed. Put it in first gear now. Good. If you look around, there's no one about. So even if we roll a little, don't worry.
Okay.
Hands on the wheel, set the gas, find a bite, and move us forward. Good. Lift us up a little bit. Good. That's fine. It's moving nicely. So keep going. And you can actually lift the clutch slowly all the way up. And come off all the pedals and just steer when you need. Good. Down with one, up with the other. Push up with the other. Down again. Now, relax your grip. Not too much, else you'll go towards that. Well done. Not bad at all. Now, we're going to park somewhere next to the curb on the left. We need to signal to anyone.
No.
Okay. Cover your brake then. Don't go too close. Remember, when we're close, we just get straight and have a listen. What do you need to do with the clutch? Yeah, straight down. Nice job. Alright, secure your car. Good. Good. Relax. Honestly, well done. I thought that was a real good attempt with your steering. Alright, well done. Is the sun bothering you?
It's okay now. No, that's fine now, thank you.
I come well prepared. These glasses, they are a universal set. They are wiped and cleaned thoroughly after anyone uses them. Would you like to borrow them?
I'm okay for the minute, thank you. I might take you up on that for a minute.
What I'm going to do then, I'm going to leave them down there. If you need them, we'll do it when we're parked in, not while we're driving.
Thank you.
Alright. Sound. Now, why I've stopped is not because anything was massively amiss.
It was the braking, I didn't do it gently.
Alright, we'll deal with the braking first. It's not what I was going to deal with, but yeah, we'll deal with the braking. Are you okay? Do you understand what happened with the braking? That we said light at the start.
Yeah.
We pressed the clutch down. I said a little more because I was just going to get it even slower, and then I was going to get you to relax the brake, put it in first, and then creep again.
Okay.
But what you actually did was what? You pressed the brake, pressed the clutch, and then
Kept going the brake.
kept going with the brake, and that's why it ran out of momentum and stopped. So that's the bit that I'd like you to really concentrate on today, how we're using the brake to adjust what we're doing and finish where we need to finish. Alright? Pretty good. What I was going to have a little gav about, apart from that brake, was the signal before
Okay.
your mirrors. Even as I asked you to park in here, I asked you whether we needed to signal, and you said no, and then you checked. Which we can't do. Okay? If you think people get wrapped up with a mirror signal manoeuvre routine too intently, they think if they're just following those steps that it's okay. It's not. It's a part of being safe. But remember, if you were coming up to do a junction and someone was really, really, really close behind, maybe a big lorry that we could see around here, when would you need to tell that lorry that you were going to turn? Would you leave it to the last moment? No, you wouldn't. So when would you need to put it on?
Before?
Earlier. Very
Yeah.
good. What if there's no one around?
No.
Okay. So how can you make that decision
Look in your mirrors
on when
first.
on when to use that thing without proper observing?
Sound?
No. You've said already, looking in your mirrors first.
How, like, say if there was like a car behind us, and then we were going to turn there, how far would you have to indicate, like where would you have to be?
Good question. It's not on distance.
Is it how far they are to you?
Could be. It's on time for me.
Okay.
So if you just do it off distance, that's then not going to be good if you're on a faster road, is it?
No.
What if you were on a 60 miles an hour dual carriageway and you're turning at a set of lights? Do you still put the signal on from here to the crossroad away from your left turn? Hell no, because it's far too late. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So think that we're trying to give the people around us as much time as we can to do the turn, or for us to do the turn, so they can recognise it, so therefore they then have time to react and adjust what they're doing. So it's not on distance, it's how much time we need to give them. But to do that, we need to look and appreciate things first, and that's why I'm forever saying to you and all my other students that the signal shouldn't be ever just a given to be putting on.
Okay.
Because then people are less aware of these scenarios. Okay?
Makes sense.
And it's more dangerous if you just go for the signal all the time, because you don't appreciate where people are. So that's a must. Mirror signal manoeuvre. Check first before you put the signals on. Okay, that was pretty good. Let's work on the braking. All right, good. You can start us up and off we go.
Where are we going?
Right turn, please.
Right here.
Yes, please, at the crossroad. Well done. Don't release the handbrake or check yet, because you're not ready, Erin. Put the handbrake back on, Erin. Relax your feet. Take them off the pedals. You weren't in gear.
Oops.
So I said don't release the handbrake or check yet, because you're not ready.
Yes.
Be ready
Yes.
to then be able to
Yes.
act on what you need. So clutch down into 1. So we're ready. Hold the handbrake. Are we uphill or flat?
Flat.
I think that's slightly uphill. If you look up to the top, would you agree a little?
Yeah.
Slight, yeah.
Yeah.
So set the gas, find a little bit of bite first. Good. Now, ready to do your checks. Nice job. Off we go. Well done. And we're going to turn right, please. So who's behind? How close are they?
No one.
So
No.
we can please ourselves with the signal, can't we?
Yeah.
So signal right, no brake, clutch down, go back to the gas and go back to the bite, and keep straight because we're heading towards this line there. Clutch down a bit. Now, can you see far right and left?
No.
Relax your grip, put your right hand at the top. When can you see far everywhere? Look everywhere, everywhere. Yeah?
Yeah.
Look to your right, work your hands, down with one, up with the other, down with one, up with the other, down with one, hold. Move the car a little bit more. You're on the brake, Erin. Gas, and then bite. So what do you need to do with the bite to make it go a little bit more? Relax your grip, reach up with your left hand, and then ready to pull back if needed. That was excellent as well. Squeeze your gas. Good. Is anyone overtaking us?
No.
We're good to go round then, aren't we? Alright. So put your hand to the gear lever before you go for your gears, remember. Keep away from the lorry. Keep it doors width from this side.
Oh, sorry.
Good. And now check, remember. Which other mirror? This
That
one. To come back into a doors width from this side. Your normal position is always a doors width from the left. It's not from the centre line.
Where are we going?
At the end of the road again, a right turn. Before you signal, how close are people? There's no one. So please yourself, put the signal on as and when you like. Good. Use your brake lightly. Brake a little more. Clutch down. Now, relax the pressure on the brake. Relax the pressure. Better. Keep braking, however. Put it in first. Keep braking, but relax the pressure. Relax it. Good, and it rolls. Keep looking both ways. We're going to use gas and bike to go. You decide. We good? Move your hands down with one, up with the other. When's enough? What do you do with the clutch to move it a little bit more? Clutch down to floor. Clutch down. We're in third. So put it in first. And off we go.
Sorry.
Gas and bike. Don't worry at all. I should have actually picked up on a little bit sooner. I thought you'd got that, to be fair, Erin, so there's no worries. However, there's something we can learn from that in a sec. It's not a problem. Off we go. Good. And look far as you can. That's good. Relax your right hand. And can you find second gear now? Hand on the gear lever. You're pulling down too much. As soon as you went for the gear, you've tensed. Clutch back up. Okay, and find somewhere to park. Someone left. When are we going to tell people? We're not. We're not. There's no one around. You looked first. Good. And listen for when to declutch, remember. Cool. Secure it up. Well done. Well done. Relax. Good. First of all, well done with your braking. Do you feel the difference with that relaxing the pressure? It has the effect of doing what though? Just rolling us in. Little shame you chose third.
Yeah.
Honestly, I should have spotted that a little sooner, but there's something we can learn from that. You know when you were setting the gas and finding that little bit of bite?
Yeah.
Was it really laboured and really slow?
Yeah.
When you feel that then, what does that tell you?
I'm going slow.
It means you're in the wrong gear.
Okay.
So when you have that feeling of that you've found that bite, and normally at that point it's starting to go, if it's a bit laboured, think on what I got you to do.
The gear.
Press the clutch, check your gear.
Okay.
Okay. If you relax your hands and not snatch, you'll put it into first gear properly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't do the owl shape thingy.
Fine, well done. All right, however, massive step forward. Well done, really good. So how important do you think it's been of relaxing your grip?
Yeah, I think I was relaxed.
Hell yeah. I've got a different person in the car today. Well done, brilliant. Well happy. Now, that gear on the corner, I'm trying to push boundaries all the time, trying to get you to do extra little things. You'd had the wheel set up nicely to go around that right bend. And you know, because you did it the first time, we don't want to pull this hand down and go towards that white line, do we? We just want to follow it and follow the shape of the road in the left-hand side. When I got you to do the gear, what happened to this pressure?
Tightened.
Gripped, all from the shoulder, arm, elbow, wrist, hands, fingers, and it pulled.
Yeah.
As you went for the gear. However, if you'd have just held and relaxed, when the steering's set on the corner there, it's a nice time, if you've got enough time, which we did, to go hand on the gear lever, feet, gear, hand back on, to then straighten. That's a possibility, as long as you're looking far enough and you're relaxing with your hands. Your cold's got a bit better, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's not getting worse, but it's not getting better.
Not getting too much better, okay. However, that is a massive step forward. Well done, cracker. Don't think there's much more explaining to do. Relax your grip, L shapes like you said. Let's go. Up or down?
Flat. No, it's up.
It is. Get
It is
sorted,
up.
get prepped. Well done. No, stop, make the same mistake as last time. That's better now, so don't even check yet, because you're checking before you're ready.
Yes. I did that again.
So if you're uphill, you need to go feet first.
Yeah,
Then you're ready to do your checks and move.
Yeah.
There cannot be a delay between you checking and then going.
Okay.
Because things could change,
Yeah.
don't forget. Alright, so are your feet ready?
Yeah. No.
Not quite. Now they are. Now do your checks, and then it's still totally safe, isn't it?
Yeah.
Off we go. Keep keep watching your mirrors in case things change. You okay with that?
Yep.
Good. Straight to a little bit of acceleration. Off we go. Squeeze your gas a bit more. Squeeze your gas a bit more. Bit more. Bit more. Bit more. Hand on the gear lever. Relax your right hand. Relax. Into gears. Yeah. Well done. Off we go. Nice. Keep the gas going, and we're going to take the next right. How close are people behind? When are you going to tell them we're turning? It's irrelevant. You can put it on when you like. So put a right signal on. Cover the brake. Clutch down. Keep rolling. Put it into first gear. Now go back to your gas pedal and find a bite and keep straight. Good. Keep straight. Keep rolling. Keep straight until you need to do your turn. Well done. Down with one, up with the other. Now should we try and look? And reach up with your left hand now and relax your grip. Look up. Aim straight. Now what do you do with the clutch? If it's still a little bit at the bite, lift it. Good. And then off we go. Well done, Erin. Good. We're going to turn right again. No gear. It's not worth it. When are you going to signal?
I would signal about now.
No, I'd check my mirrors first.
Yes.
Now it's irrelevant for the signal. You can still put it on. It's a junction. Now, cover the brake. Are we staying straight or are we going towards that line?
We're going towards the line.
Clutch down. We need to go slower than idle and get looking right and left. Go back to the gas. Go back to the bite. And creep. Lean forward in your seat as well. Where should your right hand go? What do you reckon? No brake. Clutch down a bit. Good. Now move your hands. It should be gas and bite, not just pressing the brake. Good. Done. Reach up with your left hand now and let go a little bit. Good. Well done. Not bad at all. Squeeze. It was okay. It was alright. Good. Squeeze your gas. Just try and stop yourself from going to the brake to slow you down rather than dipping the clutch back a bit. Well done. Brilliant. What are we looking for before we come back in? Who could be coming down this inside?
Some man or woman.
Just a
or woman, it doesn't matter.
Or whatever you identify yourself with. Yeah, it's important to go on the gas. The point is, it's cyclists really there, isn't it? Coming down that inside.
First gear?
No, we're not yet because we're still travelling, but we're going to go and do a right turn again. So how close are people behind? Are we near that centre line?
No.
Signal right. You've got a little bit of work to do with the brake. Get braking. Brake more, clutch down, brake more. Now relax the pressure a little. Relax, put it in first, properly. Good. Less brake, relax the brake, go back to the gas. Get looking right and left, not forward. What should we do? Move your hands if needed. Good. What do you do with the bike? Lift it a little more if it's not going quite enough. And then what should we do with the hands? Tell you what, you did ever so well. Keep the gas going. We're going to have a go at the gear on the corner this time. Not yet. No. Hands on the wheel. Keep going. We're going to have a go on the corner. So look far. Right hand in control. Get it set and relaxed. We're going slightly towards the white line. Look further. Now clutch down off gas into 2. Now hand back on the wheel. Brilliant.
We're parking on the left?
No, on the right, please. Stay straight. Is there anyone to signal to?
No.
Glide across to the right, I'm going to help you. Good. Less gas. Go a little closer. Cover the brake. Clutch down. Go a little closer. Less brake. Relax the pressure. Go a little closer. Put it in first gear, Erin. Set the gas now. Find a little bite. And just trust me, go a little closer. Good. Now look up the road and get straight. Clutch down fully. And just use your brake and steer right. Just a straight. Done. Brake and stop. Good. Handbrake on. Nice job. Good. Honestly, brilliant. Magic. Really good. You left your brake in till still quite late on that other junction round the corner.
Yeah.
However, how did you fix it? What did you do with the brake pressure?
Loosened it.
Not initially.
Increased it.
You increased it. So
Yeah.
you got it slow and then you relaxed it. And that creates the time for you to get the gear, which you've been selecting properly now, to look, swap your feet round and just carry on.
Yeah.
Magic. Really good. What was your gear on the corner like?
Good.
Hell yeah. Do you understand? It's all down to that pressure with that right hand and arm, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you're relaxing throughout your arm, you'll have time to do it. There was one point of that gear on the corner which it fixed it when I gave you one instruction. Do you remember what it was?
Look.
Far.
Yeah.
Excellent, really good. Now, have you got any idea why I'm asking you to park on the right hand side?
No.
Okay.
Unless we're going to turn right from being here.
Do you think that would be safe with oncoming traffic?
Definitely not.
Okay.
I just thought that was.
If we were on a one-way street, maybe, alright? But that's okay, it's alright, that's it. Just say the first thing that comes into your head. Have no thought with it, Erin. Good effort, well done. That was like, say first, think later, but that's okay.
Goodness.
At least you realise how mad that was, alright?
We turning left.
No.
I don't know.
Right. A few occasions, I'm saying to you, are we close to that central line when we're doing right turns? And I'm having to instruct you to get yourself over there. True?
Yeah.
Where do you see the curb in your right mirror? Are we reasonably close to it, or could we maybe have got a little closer?
Quite a bit closer.
Okay, sound. So you needed to be a little closer than that. However, if you look forward at that curb in your windscreen, just point to where you see it coming towards and into the dashboard. Where do you see it? Okay, over there. Sound. We could be a little closer to it, and if we were a little closer to it, that curb may be a little bit more this way.
Yeah.
However, we're reasonable with it, and where you see that curb in your windscreen now is a similar place to where we need to see the white line when we're in that right turn position.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then when you are close to the white line or a curb, where do you need to look to get straight?
Ahead.
Ahead. Okay, super. The braking, when we were doing that parking, sort of, I wouldn't say let you down, that's far too strong, but you
could have been better.
You braked too much and it stopped, and we had to put it in first and then carry on again.
Yeah.
So when you are parking, learn to get slow enough but leave yourself enough momentum to relax the pressure and just allow the car to roll and get to where you want to finish. Mm-hmm. But that's good. This is also one of the manoeuvres that you may be asked to do on your test.
What manoeuvre?
Park next to a curb on the right. They then ask you to reverse a couple of car lengths, which we're not going to bother doing today. Alright? And then they ask you to rejoin the carriageway.
Okay.
So we're just skipping the reversing part. Alright? So we're going to move back over to there.
Parking it over there?
No. Just moving off and then driving on, and we're going to go and do that right turn.
Okay.
Okay? So, get the car prepared, and I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Good. Good. Are we uphill?
Yeah.
Little much. So, clutch down. I'm just going to get this spot on. If it was on a steep hill, that would be good, because the pull on the handbrake on this car is really positive. You can feel it, can't you? And that would mean you've got enough oomph to get up a hill. However, we're only slightly uphill, so we only need a gentle little bit of bite. This is how to do it perfectly. Set the gas with steady, constant power. A little more than that. Want some more power? Good. Now, hold it still so it's steady. Now, lift the clutch up. The moment you hear the engine drop, it's perfect. There. No more. So it's not pulling on the handbrake, but it is a little at the bite. Hold the handbrake now. Feet dead still. Which side are we moving to? Hold the wheel then. The van ahead. Tell you what, press the clutch down. Come off the gas. Good. And we're just going to get reset once he's passed. Have a go with your feet. Remember how to get that perfect amount. You have your gas. A bit more so it's easy.
Sorry, I was moving my feet.
That's fine. And then when it's still and steady, there. Now, we need to check behind,
And
this side, and which shoulder.
You're...
Good, because we're moving that way, so look behind me. Anyone over there?
No.
Release your handbrake. and slowly off we go, and pull your left hand down to this side. Keep watching your mirrors. Brilliant. Well done. Clutch all the way up, off we go. Squeeze your gas. Get nice and straight and go near that centre line. Go on. If you look in your mirrors, there's no one around, Erin. Have a look in your right mirror. Could we get a little closer to that white line? So when we're close enough, make sure you point nice and straight. Don't steer away from it. You're going away from it now. Less gas, and we're going to turn right. So who's behind when you're going to tell them we're turning? Don't press any pedals. We're fine at this idle speed and first. It's actually quite slow for this corner, but you're alright, you can do that. It's down with one, up with the other, down with one, up with the other. When's enough there? Relax, and where do your eyes go now? Up to the very end. Don't go towards this. Squeeze your gas and off we go. Your position was much better to that right hand side. Well done. And we're going to turn right at the crossroad once again. So how close are people behind?
There's nobody there.
Okay, so
I'm going to tell them anyway.
Yeah, good. Go near the centre line, you know, to get close to it. Now get straight with it. Can you see far enough right and left? What do we do with the speed? Clutch down, we need to go slower than idle. Use your brake a little bit if needed. If not, back to gas and bite. And go slow. Where should your right hand be? Good. Down with one, up with the other. Where should we look? Fab. Now what? Good. Could we go a little faster now?
Yeah.
Good. Off we go. Straight to accelerator. Is anyone overtaking us, Erin?
No.
Motorcycles that side. How far from these?
Door length.
Relax, relax, relax. Stay straight. And what are we checking for to come back? Cyclists.
No cars.
Sound, clutch back up.
Oh.
Well done, just try and relax. That wasn't
Sorry.
a perfect section because you're a little bit tense.
Yeah.
Squeeze the gas still. Good. And this time we're going to turn left, please. So which mirrors? How many's behind us? Who's behind
Nobody.
us? Signal anyway. Can we see far? What do we do with the brake? Use it. Brake more, listen. Push down, brake more. Get it slower, steer around this bend. Reach up with your left hand, pull round halfway around the bend, hold. You're going towards it slightly, take some off. Now, stop. Just because you didn't quite give yourself enough time to choose first gear as well.
Sorry.
Put it first. You're alright, you're okay. Good. What's this red car going to do? Is it stopped at the minute?
He is on his phone.
Carry on then. Just keep watching in case he just zooms off. Keep looking. Go on. Not clutch down and stop again. Brake and stop. Which pedal do you go for first?
Gas.
Good. Check him out. Swap your foot over and keep watching as we go, because you're controlling the power to move away then. Well done. Just take a little bit off the curb. That's it. And round we go the curb again. Good. Relax, look up and off we go. Squeeze your gas. You don't need to take that off, Erin. The steering fixes that itself.
Okay.
Alright, straight to accelerating. But we're going to take the second entrance, not here. The next one. Let's get second gear first of all. Well done. Good. Who's behind us? How close are they?
Nobody.
Still tell them that. Good, clutch all the way up. Don't sit there pressing that clutch. Yeah? Which hand's going to do the turn? Look round. Good job. Where do your eyes go now?
Straight.
Look up. We're going to park somewhere next to the lamppost. Do we need to tell anyone?
No.
Don't bother then. So gently brake, listen. What does the clutch need to do? And we point straight ahead. Brake more. Then relax the pressure. Good. And then stop. Nice job. Secure it up. Nice job. Alright. Very good. Do you understand about moving away should never be brake and bite?
Yes. Yes. I don't even know why I did that.
That's alright. It's because it's easier. And honestly, that's what a lot of driving instructors teach people to do. But you can only move away slowly like that. So don't get into a habit. I'm not going to let you get into that habit of doing that. Alright, it should be gas and power to move away.
Yeah.
And if you feel as though you're on a hill, you put the handbrake on and then you use your feet to move away properly and quickly at the speed that you require. That's very good. What was the little issue with the left turn that we just did then?
What was the issue?
What was the turning? What happened with the steer around that bend?
Did I grip it?
You probably did too much and you just were going towards that curb on the left hand side. So remember, where we did the right turn and the gear change on the corner, we don't want to pull that right hand towards that white line. And just on a turn like that, we don't want to go towards the curb, we just want to follow it. And if you follow it and your steering's set, how much steering will you need to actually proceed out of the junction?
None.
Very good. So therefore you can do that quicker. You can go and get out of there if it's clear, obviously. Okay, very nice job. Roundabout up ahead. Okay, momentous day, momentous occasion.
What day?
First roundabout. We're going to turn left.
Turn left, okay.
Who'd you give way to on a roundabout?
Right.
Okay.
So we stop there and wait for it to be clear.
Maybe. However, roundabouts are usually open junctions.
Which means?
You can see.
Okay.
And they are generally open, not all of them, but they're generally open to allow traffic flow. Now, if you're not quite as quick reacting with your feet to slow it down and press the clutch and stop if you need to, I'm here to help. It's not an issue, it's not a problem. But what we're going to do, we're going to move off, we're going to get up into second gear, and we're going to turn left. So it's a normal process. You see where people are, you let people know what you're going to do.
Yeah.
And then we're going to be using the left hand to pull round the left curb.
Yeah.
And if any car's coming from the right, we're going to slow it down, press the clutch and stop at the line.
Okay.
And then it's just a process of just getting it going again, which might be handbrake on because we look as though we're a little bit uphill, into first, feet ready, and then we'll go when it is clear.
Okay, so you know, like, if you don't see anybody on, like, a, say, if you're turning, like, right on a road, on a roundabout, if there's no one there, do you still always have to indicate, or is it the same process?
Honestly, it's the same. We're on rocky ground here, Erin, all right? And this is the reason, not you, I just don't want to misinform all my viewers, okay? In theory, if people were good enough at observing and they were coming up to a roundabout, they could signal on a need basis. However, for me to get you to that level, you'll be here for ages with your lessons. And it's, for most people when they're doing the lessons, it's a little bit of a false economy. So that's why
What's a false economy?
To get you to that level.
What level?
Of signalling on a need basis.
Okay.
For everything. It is possible, but your level that you have to get to is big and you'll be very good. That's what I would do when I'm training driving instructors. Okay? And that's what the police do when they drive, and a lot of the advanced organisations, it's what they do. However, to get you to that level would take a while, and for everyone else learning, that would mean a lot of moolah, wouldn't it? So a little way of dealing with that is to say, well, I'm going to try and get you to be as specific with signals as much as I can, moving off and stopping and lane changing. If there's no one whatsoever, we're not going to bother. But when you do a junction, Erin, I'd like you to put one on.
Always?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
You don't actually need to if no one's there. If you can see it's absolutely clear, no one's going to come, you don't need to.
It's easy to get in the habit to do it.
But I also want to make sure you don't just get into a habit of just doing it.
Yeah, okay.
Because that is then
mirror signal
maneuver. It's exactly what I explained before, that people get into a habit of just putting a signal on, and that then makes them think they've got the God-given right to do it. All right. Now I think we've done enough talking. My car's started, so we're not going to wait any longer.
Okay.
All right. I'm there to help.
Yeah.
We're going to head left. We're going down this road. All right.
Yep, that's
Yellow
fine.
one to the left. So it's simple. And while we've been sat here, there's not been much on it, has there?
No, there's been 2 cars.
Super. All right. So get the car prepped and ready. Why isn't that going into gear?
Because my clutch isn't there.
So clutch, first gear. That's 3 times now. Come on. Let's get sort of the rest of the lesson. So good. Are your feet ready? Too much, so get that steady and then it's easy to find the bite there. If it's pulling, just dip it a fraction and then you're ready to do your checks. We're good to go. It's good. Don't let that power die. Keep the power and keep watching your mirrors. Squeeze your your gas, off we go. Good, straight to accelerating, because it's clear. No gear change, straight to accelerating. Go on. Get your gear now. Well on, into 2, clutch back up. So have a look at the cars behind, signal left, reach up with your left hand, other one, and cover your brake, be ready to stop if someone comes. So pull down and look right. Is it clear? We're perfect. So we're going round there, you're going towards my curb, take some off, loosen, good, and look further. Do you need the brake though, Erin?
Nope, I don't.
And you're looking at the floor, and that's why it went wrong.
Okay.
What do you need to do with your car?
Look ahead of you.
Good, and go a little more. Good. And we are going to take this road on the left up there. So pull round your centre line, not towards it. Take some off, loosen. Good. Now, who's behind? Yes.
Nobody, but
still tell them. Which hand's going to do this steer? Good. And let it idle. Round your curve, down with one, up with the other. Well done. What do you do with your steering now? What does this sign say?
This is a man.
Give way.
Not that
one, sorry, this one. Give way, we're turning left. Anyone close behind? Signal left. Gently brake, Erin.
Oh, goodness.
Listen, clutch down, it's run out of that gear, so put it in first, but relax your brake pressure. And steer round the left curb enough, but not towards it. Steer halfway round the bend, halfway round. Now, is it clear everywhere?
Yes.
Gas, bite, off we go. Steer more if you need to. Squeeze your gas, let's work. And then is anyone overtaking us?
No.
So out we go gently. Relax this time. Relax your right hand and stay away. Get your gear. And who are we checking for on this left side?
My cyclists.
Bicyclists, I call them. Bring that clutch up though, Erin. Don't sit there pressing it. Good job, keep going. And we're going to again have another go at that little block.
Right turn.
The left, please, same as we've
left.
just done. Who's behind us? How close are they?
Nobody, but when it's
Still coming on. So gently brake, can we see enough? Use your brake a little, clutch down, that gear's finished. What gear do we pick? Good, go slow. Where do we go with the hand now? Round this bend, but not towards it. Round the bend, halfway round the bend, a bit more there. Now have a look.
we're good.
Go on, keep looking as we do it. Go on, gas and bite. Gas first, then bite. Good. Then squeeze your gas straight to accelerator now. Straight to accelerator.
Straight to
accelerate. Well done. Let's get second gear in. Good. Nearly went to fourth, so relax your grip. Clutch back up. Don't sit there pressing it. Next left. How close are the cars?
No.
Behind us. So we'll still put it on. Which hand's going to do this? You don't need to look that way. Just look around there as far as you can. Go down with one, up with the other. A bit more, Erin. There you go. And then you did it. You squeeze your gas straight away. Straight to accelerate. Off we go. Go on. Cool. We're going to have another go at the roundabout. And again, we're going to turn left. We can't left signal because there's a couple of entrances. So just check and just back off your gas. I think it's closed, so we can put a left signal on. Cover your brakes so you're ready to use it. Which hand's going to do this turn?
The left one.
Good, and we give way to anyone from this side, so be ready to brake. Down we go. Where are we going? Don't want to go towards my curb. Loosen a bit, and then reach again. Oh no! Do you need the brake now?
No.
So get off it. Use your gas. Look up. You did that last time. You steered in there.
Yeah.
Look up a bit more. All right. Not bad at all, Erin. Well done. Good. So look round. Ignore the lorry. Just round the white. Not towards it. Loosen a bit. Next left. Who's behind us?
Nobody.
Off the gas. Use your brake lightly. Just for a bit. And then off everything. Which hand? Down and up. And relax.
Oh.
Good, a little bit soon, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Good. And the upside down triangle means give way.
Yes.
Again, we're going to turn left. How close are people?
Nobody will in the signal.
Okay. What do you do with your feet this time? Does it need to go slower? You're using your brake. Using your brake. What gear? Where do we go with the steering? What do we look at? What do we do now? Pedal first.
Gas. Straight to accelerating.
Wicked. What are we looking for now?
Cyclists and bicyclists are empty.
Bicyclist is my word, thank you. Relax. Move away, you're too close. Second, and it's too long for that gear as well. What do we do with the clutch? Lift it. The parks and run left, please, Erin. Do we need to tell anyone? brake. Brake's the key to correct time, or create time. And that wasn't perfect at the end, was it? Alright, we'll analyse that now though, don't worry. Relax. Okay, put your hands like that for me and clap. That's a big step forward. You must admit that that's a big step forward, isn't it? Yeah? Well done. What about just to rain on your parade a little bit? Big step forward, but what was the stop like there?
Weren't good.
Do you know what you did with your feet?
Pushed the brake.
And pressed the clutch. This is a common thing that people do. That when we're coming into slow, we're nearing idle, they'll cover the brake, cover the clutch. And when they go for the
brake
clutch...
Brake first, isn't it? And then clutch?
Depends on the speed that we're at. If we're at idle, we can't go slower than idle, so we'll need to press the clutch and then use the brake a little bit.
Okay, were we at idle then?
We were.
Okay.
So that's a listening skill that you just need to maybe just work with a little.
Yeah.
Alright? So, separate what you're doing with your feet, use your brake lightly, and then when it's at idle, you use the clutch completely. And then continue lightly with that. However, that's a massive step forward. Well happy with that today. These vans, what are they for? These lorries, what are they for?
Grit.
Good. Do you understand what effect grit has on...
Yes, I do.
Go on and explain to everyone. No pressure.
The effect that grit has?
Yeah.
Makes the roads less icy.
Less icy, how?
Because, I don't know, like, works as like stuff.
It works as stuff.
Do you know what I mean?
Sound. It actually, on a chemistry level, the salt in the grit affects the freezing point. It has to then be colder before water freezes. That's all that it does. So when they grit the roads, it then has to drop even colder for the roads to be icy. Alright?
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Good, and that's what it does. Right, how do you feel as though we need to spend the last little 5 minutes? Should we go and have another little practice at that block? Should we do some rights?
Should we do that block and finish on a right? Is there a one on one of them roads? Is there one where you can take a left instead of a right instead of a left?
No, maybe it's all right. We'll sort it. We'll have a little go at a couple of things. Come on, off you go. Drive on. Come. So you just told me you want to do both, so we're going to do both. It's all fine. Good. So uphill or downhill?
Uphill. Downhill.
Downhill. So what do you do with this time?
I don't know. At the stages.
You just literally just do your checks, release the handbrake and just move your feet, don't you?
Yes.
So, what's around? Anyone around?
No.
No one's signalled to? Good. Well done. Gas first, find the right, and away you go. Perfect. Straight to accelerate.
Straight to accelerate.
Good. End of the road, turn right, please. How close are the cars behind?
They're not there.
How far can you see right and left?
You can't.
Listen, when does it get down to idle?
Now. So.
Good. So let it roll in, but be in charge with the brake pedal. Are you going nearer that white line? A little. Now brake a little more pressure, and then relax your pressure and have a look. What do you think? Which pedal first?
Gas.
Go on then. What do you see?
Nobody.
What should we do then? Down and up, down and up, down and up until we're done. Bit more. Done. Sorted. That's it. Straight to...
Accelerating.
Go on then. Would you like another go at second gear on the corner?
Yeah.
Remember, look far. Relax. Relax was the key in looking far. Go slightly towards the white line. Good. Did well. You were relaxed enough to slightly adjust as you were doing the gear change there, and that was boss. Let's get going a little bit more, Erin. Good. Get going on the gas. We're actually going to go a little bit faster and up into third. Relax. Get going. Up to 3. Hand on the gear lever. Relax. That's first. Relax. And there you go. Clutch back up. Good. So next road on the right, Erin. Who's behind us? How close are they?
Nobody.
Keep the gas going. A little longer. Get straight. Now, listen to it. Gently brake clutch down. Less brake, lessen pressure. Put it into what gear?
First.
What pedal first now?
Gas.
Forward and round. No. Well done. Down with one, up with the other. Down with one, up with the other. Good. Move your car a little bit more. Good. And off you go. Well done. We're again going to do a right turn at this crossroad, please. How close are people before going for that signal? And that wasn't brilliant. Look first. Yeah? Can you see far right and left, Erin?
No. Oh, yeah, slowing down.
So we're at idle. Do we need to slow?
No.
Yes, we do. We can't see far enough. Clutch down. Go a little slower. Then gas again. Then bite again. Which hand's at the top? Happy with it? Down and up, down and up, down and up. Keep going. Keep steering. Relax your grip. Straight to.
Accelerating.
Anyone overtaking
There's
us?
No cyclists, no.
Good. Second gear now. Relaxing. Good. What do you do with the clutch? How far from these two?
Door whips.
So out off the line. Done. Better. Before you go back in, we need to check for who?
Cyclist people.
Bicyclists.
Yes, them people.
Well done. I actually said that without even meaning to a number of years back, and I've just kept it. End of the road, turning left. How close are people, Erin?
Nobody.
What should we do with the speed with what we're seeing?
Slow down.
Come on then. Come on then. You're not enough. Listen. Clutch. Where do we go with the curb? Go slower. Go slower to give yourself time. First gear. Stop. Brake stop. You just didn't quite give yourself enough time with the brake.
Okay.
You needed to press it more to fit that in, then to relax, then to carry on. Is it clear, however?
Yes.
Which pedal first? Well done.
Gas.
Keep looking as we go. Good. Sound nice and slow. Straight to.
Accelerate.
Go on then. Off we go. Don't go towards my curve. You go for your gear when you can. Good. Not bad.
Oh,
Bit smoother. Next left.
next.
Not very good. Put the signal on straight away.
I'm an idiot.
Where do we look?
Left and that way.
Go on then.
And straight ahead.
Eyes up.
And straighten up.
Good. And then what?
Accelerate.
Off we go.
And then we are going to
Go a bit faster.
faster.
Yeah. Roundabout. Left turn. What's the first thing before you signal? Yeah, better. Good. Now just cover the brake, but don't press it. Be ready to. Which hand's going to do your steer? Now be ready to press the brake and clutch. Now we go then. Good. Undo a little. Touch your gas. Swap your right foot to your gas now.
Yes.
Good. Good. We don't want to go in here. Look up. Good. Squeeze your gas. Go on. Don't go in here. Now which hand's going to do this one?
This one.
Well done. Good. We're not turning left. We're going ahead. And
Park somewhere.
no.
Oh.
Next gear. Relax this though. Neutral first and then up. No, that's first. Good. Clutch back up. Third gear, remember, is
Up,
neutral.
straight up.
Go on the gas. So we've got a couple of entrances, but then we're going to find somewhere to park. Can you do this all on your own? So
Yeah.
do you need to decide whether to signal? Or yeah, you got to look. Is there anyone to signal to? Go slow before you get close, Erin. Clutch down separately of the brake, and now relax your pressure. No handbrake yet. Brake to a stop. Foot brake to a stop. Good. And then handbrake on. Out of gear. Relax. How do you feel that went?
Okay. It wasn't the best I did today, but
Honestly,
not the worst.
kick you if you say that was just okay. Honestly, Erin, that was by far your best lesson.
Yeah.
By a mile. I don't know whether you were a bit more switched on. I don't know. Have you done any work studying and watching stuff this week? No. As normal. Sorry, my little dig for you there.
To be fair, you didn't send me the video.
Didn't I?
No.
Okay, sorry. It's out tomorrow. Have a look at it tomorrow. Alright, super. Honestly though, joking apart, that was excellent. Your steering has made such a massive difference. And what I'd like to just finish on, and this is for benefit of everyone as well, my viewer who said about loosening the grip, yeah, I never actually realised to people that instigating that loosening, which is really the incorrect way of doing steer, you shouldn't just ever loosen it and let it go and let it unwind itself, because you're not in charge of how quickly it unwinds. You can't unwind it quicker.
Would you fail your driving test for that?
As long as your steering was in control, no, but it's a good question. Alright, but for me, just letting go of it, you're not fully in control. You can adjust it if it takes off too quickly by holding it, but you can't adjust it and take it off quicker just by letting go. That's why letting go on its own isn't good enough. However, what I've got you to do is, say if we're doing a right steer, I've still got your left hand up here and then loosen, and then if it doesn't take off, you're still ready to go pull and fix it. But I'd like to say a massive well done to that pupil, or not pupil, that viewer, for highlighting that. And honestly, it's made such a difference to your driving as well, hasn't it? So just everyone who's having steering problems, relax your grip, learn how the wheel takes off, and then it works. So well done. Lovely way to finish, and well done today, Erin. Superb. Turn your motor off, we're home.